use your God power to get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. But this time, we have God power exercised by decision. This was unfortunate. You have the physical meaning of the person. Now, when it comes to the meaning of the disease, you don't just have the meaning of the disease as it was, as it normally would be. What do you have? You have a disease that has no cure possible. It's a super disease now. Nobody has lived from that disease. There is no cure possible for that disease. That's the meaning of the disease now. Before, in the other examples, we changed the meaning of sugar into the meaning of medicine. Now we've changed the meaning of a disease that turned out to be curable into one that's not curable. He's changed the meaning of the disease and upped it up to where it can't be beat. So what happens? You have the physical meaning of taking the pill in the mouth. He's taking the medicine, and you have the physical meaning. The medicine that he's taking is the right medicine. It's the real medicine. It would cure him. But what's the physical result? Due to God power, he died. He died because he used his God power to change the meaning of something present, and he changed the meaning of the disease to one that's incurable. It became incurable. Because that's what he decided. That's what he thought. That's what his friend talked him into. His friend said, that disease can't be cured. So he said, I guess it can't be cured. The moment he said that, he gave meaning to it. Now it's not curable. He'd have been better off if he had been in a coma and not been able to talk to anybody. Then the doctor would have come in, given him the medicine intravenously. And because you're dealing with the meanings that are already present, which is the meanings of the disease already present, and the meanings of the pill, by its properties, and he would have been cured in his sleep, so to speak. But because he was conscious and upped the meaning of his disease from up to the top notch of being incurable now, then there wasn't anything the doctor could do. You can't trump that. You could give him chemo, you could get this pill and that pill and whatever, and you can't trump a meaning assigned by God power. If he says it's incurable, there is nothing you can do to cure it. That's just the way it is. Here it says, now we're getting into the activating the red tuning forks for the first time. Here it says in red, harmful meanings have been activated and are being elicited from the situation. There he's got the red tuning fork. He's got some really bad negative meanings. He's saying, this disease can't be beat. I'm gonna die. So what happens? He's eliciting from his body all the things it takes, not only for the disease to not be cured, but to die. He's eliciting death from his body in the same way as the other guy was eliciting recovery from his body, in the same way those other people were eliciting more muscle from their body. All due to changing a meaning. And here are the green tuning forks. The green tuning forks this time are not active. They're not being activated. They're not being called on. Those are all the things that would have healed him. He would have been cured. He would have lived. Had he activated those, had he called on those aspects of his body, had he elicited that response from his body, but what did he do? He elicited a death response. Everything it took for the disease not to be cured, whichever that could be, and I mean, just to show you how complex this can get, maybe he took the miracle drug, but at the same time, he just happened to eat something or drink something that neutralize that medicine. Because you see, when you're eliciting that kind of response, whatever it takes to happen, to make that happen, that's what happens. Because somehow that miracle medicine didn't work. And the reason those combination of elements came together is because he said this disease can't be cured. And so no cure was going to get to that disease. No cure was going to heal that disease. That's just that simple. That's just how it works. Here it says, the green tuning fork vibrations are positive meanings, and they resonate and elicit all the things that will make him better. None of them are active. They're not being activated. They're not being called on. He's not eliciting health. He's not eliciting healing or being cured from his body. Here it says the red tuning fork vibrations are the negative meanings, and they resonate and elicit all the things that will make him worse. Hey, that's what he's activating. That's what he's eliciting. He's eliciting all of those really bad things, bad responses, bad results from his body, from his situation, by giving the meaning to the disease that it's incurable. And by doing that, that will elicit everything that has to happen to not be cured. Which just to go show you, once again, how complex this could be. It could be that the doctor accidentally, quote unquote, gave him the wrong medicine. It could be, like we said before, he could have ate something and neutralized it. Who knows what other kind of ways it can happen, but you see, you're not only eliciting the bad results from your body, but you're eliciting bad results from the situation. But we're going to get more into that later. You'll get to understand that more later. But your meanings elicit a response and results from the situation. Bottom line, that's how it works. 2 real-life case studies. Real case number 1. In this next video example, we will see a case where a man died because he thought that he was supposed to. He was convinced that he had an incurable disease, so he asserted the meaning that he would die, and he did. Later, it turned out that the disease had been cured by the operation, if only he had known. Video example. Man dies from placebo effect. What is this video about? This video is about a case in 1974. Sam Lunday, a retired shoe salesman, had cancer of the esophagus, which is the tube running from the mouth to the stomach. Even though the doctors had surgically removed all the cancer they could find, they were sure that it would return. In 1974, this kind of cancer was known to be 100% fatal and that there was no chance that Sam would survive. Sam died a few weeks later, which was no surprise to anyone. However, after the autopsy, it was discovered that even though they did find a small amount of cancer, it wasn't in the esophagus, and clearly it wasn't the cause of his death. He could have easily survived the cancer that he had. He died because he thought he was supposed to. He believed that he was going to die, and he did. The cancer that they found was so tiny, and nobody even knew that it was there. Everyone thought he was going to die from his throat cancer, and so they thought that he did. What does this example show, and what does it mean? The importance of this video example is that meanings can save you or they can kill you. So, what happened in this situation? First, it was the meaning of the cancer in his esophagus, which was nothing. There wasn't any there. As it turned out, it had all been successfully removed. There was no disease meaning present in his throat. However, then you add in the meaning of the situation asserted by the doctors and felt by Sam that he was going to die for sure from this cancer. So, the meaning he asserted of "I am going to die" was more powerful than the actual meaning that he had no cancer in his throat anymore, and so he died. The meaning of imminent death elicited a death response from his body. Note, when asserting meanings with your God power, be sure to always go for the better meaning.
For best results, pause this video at this point here, and watch the video example mentioned in the segment. The links are located in the book chapter, and at the end of the book. If you are watching this online, you will find the link for this video example listed in the notes section. Then, after watching the associated video example, continue watching this video from here. Options. Now activating the next video, play options. One moment please. Click on the green arrow to start watching the next video. Or, click on the red arrow to start watching the prior video. Or, click on the tan arrow to go to the main course menu and guide, with links to all course chapters, excerpts, and special reports. Up next, special video options. Click on your choice of course videos, menus, and excerpts. Now switching to the special video options menu and activating the video selection buttons. Click on your selection number to start watching the video. "15 seconds till we switch to the next page with the free download information. Pause the video now if you need more time to review the available selections." This is the end of this course video. Its video number is listed above. To watch the next video, simply click on the next video in number sequence. Thank you.